Money is a very important commodity no matter where you go in the world. Learning about the local currency of your intended destination should be part of your travel planning agenda. In this video, I will be going over how to do a simple Google search for the currency code, and conversion of US dollars to the local currency for your destination. You can search for the local currency by simply going to Google and typing in local currency in the country you are intending to travel to. In this example, I'm going to use Singapore, and you'll see in my screenshot that I received a Google result that the local currency in Singapore is the Singapore dollar. Once you know the name of the currency, you can then type in a Google search for convert US dollars to Singapore dollars or whatever country you're intending to travel to. Google will generally bring back a screen that tells you how much of the foreign currency 1 US dollar will buy. In this example, 1 US dollar will buy 1.34 Singapore dollars. At the bottom of this screenshot, you also see the three-letter currency code for each of the currencies, shown as USD/SGD. You can also just do a simple Google search for your country code and put currency code at the end to get the currency code. In this case, you can see on this screenshot, I have Singapore currency code and it brought back the SGD as the Singapore currency code. If you already know the currency code of the currency that you'll be using, you can just do a simple Google search for convert USD to, in this case, SGD, or whatever currency code you find for the country that you're going to. That way you don't have to type in convert US dollars to Singapore dollars. You can just do convert in the two currency codes. Now, this is the part where math comes into your vacation. You thought you were on vacation and not using all that math you learned in your schooling? Not exactly. So, when you get on the ground in your destination, in this case, the dollar buys more of the Singapore dollar. So, in this screenshot, you'll see that I put in if something costs 20 Singapore dollars, the conversion is 14.99 in US dollars. So when you're on the ground in your destination and they have a price listed, you will take that price in this case because the dollar buys more and divide by that number. So when you take 20 and divide by 1.33, you get 14.99. And that brings me to my next point to keep in mind that these conversions are constantly changing. So the conversion can change from hour to hour or day to day. In this case, you'll notice my earlier screenshots, it had $1 bought 1.34 Singapore dollars. And it was the next day when I took this screenshot to do the calculation for you. So it changed from 134 to 133 in a day. Usually it's not too big of a swing, it's just a penny or two here and there back and forth, but this is also a prime example of how this conversion rate is constantly changing. You should also note that the conversion amounts that you receive when you exchange may not be exactly what the current exchange rate is here in Google, depending on how and where you do your exchange. Some places charge fees that reduce this conversion, and I will have another video where I'll go into a deeper discussion on how to get foreign currency and how to maximize the amount of foreign currency that you receive. So, a little recap of what we've discussed today. Now you should know how to search for the currency for your destination, how to find the currency code for your destination, how to find the current conversion for US dollars to your destination currency, and how to calculate the cost in US dollars from a listed price using the conversion rate. If you have found this video to be helpful with understanding foreign currency, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to be alerted when new videos are loaded, please hit the subscribe button. As always, thank you for joining me and happy travels.